even though it is mid-April, Mother Nature saying one threat of snow is not enough for us, apparently. So here we are talking about more rounds of April snow, at least April snow threats. As always, I will start off with the watches and warnings, which there are no watches and warnings for the Willamette Valley and the Columbia River Gorge. However, there is a winter weather advisory up for the Coast Range and the Western Cascades with a leftover winter storm warning from last night's system on the eastern slopes of the Cascades. In terms of snow totals that we received today and last night, at the official observing site at the Portland National Weather Service office near the airport, there was 1.6 inches of snow that occurred, with downtown receiving 2 inches. For the rest of the metro area, it was a little bit higher than what I forecasted because the precipitation ended up being more like a blob than in bands, and as a result, because the heaviest blob set up over Portland, 1 to 4 inches of snow occurred pretty much everywhere in the Portland metro area, down to about Newburgh or McMinnville, with 3 to 7 inches in the higher hills up to 1,000 feet. South of Woodburn, from a line between Woodburn and McMinnville, just a trace. You saw snow, nothing accumulated though. In just historical perspective, this is the latest on record in Portland that we have seen accumulating snowfall. A trace of snow has occurred later though. It's also the first time it's been at or above 75 degrees in spring, and measurable snow has occurred afterwards. Only the second time it's been 70 or higher with snow occurring afterwards. In terms of the setup for the next couple of days, this system that we're going to be experiencing tomorrow and Wednesday is currently situated right around Vancouver Island or so, maybe a little north. I'm going to depict it further south for clarity here though, with precipitation bands coming around the low pressure system, similar to how the December system panned out with that snow, going over the ocean, gaining more moisture, but it does not spend enough time over the ocean to completely modify and warm up the precipitation enough to change it over from snow to rain, especially because we've had a couple of primer systems, unlike December, which is helping our snow chances. The low pressure system will move south going into Wednesday and either A, disintegrating, or B, merging into a second low pressure system that will be moving east on Thursday. However, there is a high amount of uncertainty with this second low pressure system, especially where it's going to make landfall, or if it makes landfall in particular. Currently, it's looking like right around the Oregon-California border, but there's a high likelihood that this could change because of the high disagreement. Onto the timeline for Portland and specifically the temperatures as well. Tuesday morning, there is a chance for a rain-snow mix, possibly briefly all snow again. Low temperatures will be right around freezing for Portland, but quickly warming up. I think the high temperature will be between 1 and 5 p.m. and temperatures will actually already be cooling off because of that low pressure system sliding to the south. The high temperature I'm thinking will be right around 46 or 47 degrees. I should note that Tuesday's daily precipitation will be off and on rather than the more steady precipitation we received more last night. It's going to be more like what we had during the day today. There probably will be a couple sun breaks too, and if those sun breaks last a while, those will drive the temperatures higher up than what I'm forecasting. Now, as we get into the overnight hours, temperatures will cool off quickly, and I do have temperatures getting down to freezing Wednesday early morning hours. Also, I do have it fully transitioning back to snow. I am not putting a snow total graphic in this video because there's still a decent amount of uncertainty. Right now, it's looking like anywhere from a trace to 3 inches for this system. Probably most locations trace to 2 inches. But again, highly uncertain situation that could change. Corvallis, very similar. However, because Corvallis is further south, and this goes for Salem and Eugene as well, the main precipitation bands will be arriving later. As a result, the precipitation bands actually will be arriving in a little bit of a more optimal time because the cool-off will be timing a little bit later. I think the big cool-off will occur between 5 and 9 o'clock, with the transition to snow occurring around the same time as Portland, But again, because the bands are later, I'm expecting heavier precipitation than Portland. Not heavy enough to warrant my heavier snow graphic, though. Low temperatures probably right around 33 degrees. Also, the high temperature for Corvallis will be spread out a little more broadly than Portland, which is going to be more of a spike temperature. Like Portland, expects some sunbreaks tomorrow. Other forecast notes, less breezy tomorrow than it was today. Winds up to about 25 miles per hour, though most locations I only see getting up to 15. This is mainly for those people out closer to the Columbia River Gorge. Watch for black ice tomorrow, especially out in the western metro area or outlying rural areas. Any snow that occurs tomorrow will be light if it occurs, minimal if any snow accumulation, and it will be gone by 11 a.m. The gone by 11 a.m. statement occurs for the rest of the snow threat just because with the sun angle being higher, the temperatures are just going to be warming up quicker. Also, we have more daylight hours than we did in December or January. It's an isolated chance of thunder. However, I did not see it be high. I don't think it's high enough chance to put it in my forecast as a graphic, and this bears repeating. This is a rapidly evolving situation, so just expect changes, especially Thursday and beyond. In terms of my 7-day forecast, I have the high temperatures at about 47 degrees for both Tuesday and Wednesday, with Tuesday being rain snow mix to rain, some sun breaks. Wednesday having fully snow over to rain, more like today. Thursday, another chance of a rain snow mix transitioning over to rain again, and then finally transitioning out into just pure old rain showers for Friday. Saturday being more, I would say, a little bit more dry than wet, but the rain shower chance definitely still exists before fully drying out Sunday into Monday, and high temperatures finally reaching back up to average on Monday, which is about 62 degrees for this time of year. Low temperatures, while they start in the low to mid 30s, they will slowly creep back up into the around 40 degrees or so. For Corvallis, not really much different in terms of the overall precipitation pattern and high temperatures. And then even low temperatures, I don't really expect that much difference, although I do think it'll be a notch or two cooler than Portland in the later period in comparison to the earlier period, which will be a notch or two warmer. Otherwise, that is it. I will come out with a video tomorrow because of this rapidly evolving situation, as I'm calling it. But otherwise, take care out there.